Abia man freed after 22 years jailed for robbery. Abia man freed after 22 years in prison for robbery. Faulty meters, billing errors drive electricity complaints to about 254,000. Faulty meters, billing errors drive electricity complaints to 254,000. And then on Coastal Highway, protesters demand justice for landowners detained activists. Federal government's electricity subsidy for hospitals, schools, elusive 1 year after. I take that again. Federal government electricity subsidy for hospitals, schools, elusive 1 year after. And then $8 billion investments lift oil rig count to about 46. France. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. And of course, it's front page review where we give you top headlines across several newspapers. Okay? Every weekday between 7 a.m. to 8:30 a.m. My name is Jude Ikami Jude, and I'm here because you're there. Because today is the 10th day in the month of July. Yes, 2025. I'll give you some more headlines now. Let's go. I'm punching it actually. Diplomatic tensions. Federal government pushes back as US, UAE tighten visa rules. US meeting. African leaders seek Trump's support to develop resources. Tinubu government seeking excuse to clamp down on coalition. This is according to ADC. On local government poll, police restrict movement, deploy squads. IMF pledges support for FIRS on tax reforms. Senate probes 1.3 trillion naira CBEX collapse, declares national emergency. And then to some of the headlines now quickly. Tinubu's government seeking excuse to clamp down on coalition. This is according to ADC. And then Mackinday's 7.7 billion naira security aircraft sparks APC ADC outrage. INEC clears 19 parties and of course 217,980 voters for Oyo by-election. We are committed to saving Nigeria, not undermining democracy, says ADC. 13 local government chairmen back Nasarawa APC chair amid suspension roll. Ganduje's resignation won't cause crisis in APC, says Bashiru. Anambra urges residents to participate in voter registration. 2027, governors, APC leaders secretly backing opposition. This is a statement by Babache Lawal. From Punch newspaper, we move quickly now to Daily Post. Let me let you know that after serving you all of these headlines, I would have a conversation with Rufai Oseni. And then when I'm done with Rufai Oseni, Barrister Darlington Agumo will be on... I'm just smiling. I'll let you know why later. All right. Barrister Darlington Agumo will be with me and we will discuss further. Okay. That's fine. But let me serve you headlines from Daily Post now. Tinubu will be removed by votes, not bullets. ADC replies presidency over overthrow comment. Tinubu will be removed by votes, not bullets. And to one of the big headlines here on ADC, Atiku, Obi, Amaechi's presidential ambitions divide supporters. People underrate Tinubu at their own peril. Ribadu wants opposition. If you underestimate Tinubu, you're on your own. 2027 ADC coalition presidential candidates must emerge from primary. Ex-APC chieftain Lukman. And one of the questions I want to pose to Barrister Darlington is as regards Peter Obi. They say the man does not give shishi. And you know what it means when they say primaries in Nigeria? It means a conglomeration of those who are ready to spend and spend and spend, even in dollars. And they say Peter Obi will not spend shishi. It does not give shishi. Some will say there is fire on the mountain. I think I even asked a friend yesterday. He said Peter Obi will not be doling out dollars for. Okay. But when we get there, we'll find out. Okay. But the headline says ADC coalition presidential candidate must emerge from primary. Ex-APC chieftain Lukman. Dangote refinery targets end to crude imports from US other countries by December. And then EFCC boss Olukoyede begs NAS for promulgation of law against unexplained wealth. Lagos, Omahi under fire as protesters demand release of Obanla, justice for demolition victims. And then 2025 WAES, regional integration, crucial for West African economic future. Tinubu didn't ask me to lie. Harass journalist, says information minister. Edo 2024, Supreme Court urged to prioritize justice over technicalities. Serve justice, leave technicalities. That's what is invoked now in our courts. Technicalities. Oh, God. Gandage's resignation won't shake APC. Senator Bashiru speaking. And then ADC ex-Senate President Mark will lead coalition to victory. Ogaji is the one speaking here. And then moving on, ADC distance self from list of state chairman. And of course, online registration payment. ADC, why Tinubu is losing popularity. This is according to Reno Omokri. Anambra Guba, Atiku pledges 2 million naira reward for ward with highest CVR drive. I'll take that again. Anambra Guba, Atiku pledges 2 million naira reward for any ward with the highest CVR drive. That is the word we collect PVC pass. On defection, we don't know them. Ondo PDP disowns Ajayi and others. Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Let's move quickly now to Vanguard. Vanguard has got plenty stories, plenty I must say. Immigration, Nigerians face growing visa hurdles in UK, US, Canada, and UAE, among even other countries. Nigerians, yeah. Nigeria. Can I get that story again? Nigerians face growing visa hurdles in UK, US, Canada, UAE, and others. Yeah. Federal government secures $747 million loan for Lagos Calabar Highway. And then 2027, don't underestimate Tinubu. Ribadu wants opposition. And boardroom actions. Nigeria joins Global Climate Governance Network. Insurance sector grows assets by 24.9% in first quarter 2025. Where did you learn to speak English? Where did you learn to speak English? Trump asked Liberian president. For the first time, these people are actually coming home to understand that Africa is not joking. Forget about English. We can speak it too. The truth about that story is that President Trump was wowed when the president of Liberia was speaking English, and he was first of that. Where did you learn to speak English? That's great. And he was now saying some of these guys seated here can't even speak English like you. And guess what the president answered? He said, I learned it in my own country, in my home country, Africa. Moving on, 2027, don't underestimate Tinubu. Ribadu one's opposition. Immigration now. Nigerians face growing visa hurdles in UK, US, Canada, UAE, and of course other countries. Federal government secures $747 million loan for Lagos Calabar Highway. FCTA battles scavengers, beggars, one chance syndicates, and others. Peter Obi denies meeting Abacha, releases appointment letter from Junta. And then 3-day torrential rains devastate parts of rivers. See, if there's something you need to do, you need to keep records. A lot of us don't keep records at all. At all. If they ask you where is your child's GSS1 results, some of us can't even find it. If they ask you receipts of some 10, 15, 20, 30 years transaction, you can't even provide it. And that is what Peter Obi has been able to provide. I mean, for me, I just feel we should learn from some things, some of these, occasions, some of these issues here and there. Okay. Peter Obi denies meeting Abacha. Apart from denying, he has also released appointment letter by Abacha, the appointment he had. He has released it. You can imagine that. Like say a day like this, he no say a day like this go come. Well, I don't know. I'm just advising us to at least keep documents. 3-day torrential rains devastate parts of rivers. And then Senate moves to criminalize vandalism of electricity infrastructure. Let's get down to politics now. I am in PDP. Governor Lawal dismisses defection rumor. We don't have problem with Atiku Obi Amaechi's 2027 ambition. This is ADC speaking. We don't have any problem with that. 2027, ADC has no preferred presidential aspirant. Lukman speaks. We are not in Senate to make money, says Akpabio. 2027, don't write us off yet. Don't write us off yet. Guess who is speaking? The People's Democratic Party. Okay, maybe I should say the People's Democratic Party. Igbo group slams Soludo over 99.9% forest criminals are Igbo claims. Soludo had said earlier that 99.9% of this forest criminals are Igbos. And then there's an Igbo group that is slamming Soludo for saying that. Okay, that's it. Court grants ICPC's plea to take over lands approved for Goodluck Jonathan. And then visa reciprocity. Federal government urges U.S. to consider its single entry 3 months validity period. Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Daily Trust is next. Federal government begins phase 7 mass trials of terrorists. FCT mulls third term calendar extension for primary schools. Plateau crisis. Reps panel invites Muswang Lalong to security conference. UK introduces digital e-visas for Nigerian study and of course work applicants. UK introduces digital e-visas for Nigerian study and of course work applicants. Leave high tension zones. TCN tells Kaduna residents. Leave high tension zones. I don't think it should be only Kaduna residents. It should be across Nigeria. Even here in Lagos, a whole lot of persons are living under high tension zones. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Even in Lagos here, Ogun, and all of this, everywhere, everywhere. In fact, we should preach this, seriously. Gaza death toll nears 57,700 as Hamas release 10 captives. Editors seek information ministry's collaboration on media laws review. Kukawa killings. Troops warn vigilantes against unauthorized operations in Plateau State. 4 more to go here. 13 killed as bandits attack Niger communities. I'll defeat Matawale before 10 a.m. on election day of 2027, Zamfara governor. I'll defeat Matawale before 10 a.m. on election day of 2027. Zamfara governor is speaking here. Boss Mustafa, Tinubu didn't single-handedly make Buhari president. And I think this story has sparked several... He said Tinubu did not single-handedly make Buhari president. Okay. EFCC now. We've uncovered mind-boggling corruption in oil and gas sector. VOPFM. Let's roll with some more stories for you. Tinubu's role in Buhari's emergence as president insignificant. Boss Mustafa, Tinubu's role in Buhari's emergence as president insignificant. You know, we will talk about that. Barrister Darlington will have some questions to answer. UAE blocks Nigerian transit visas and limit terrorist access. Recapitalization drive triggers 783 billion naira fund and of course hunt in banking sector. Federal government asks US to reconsider decision. Speed up constitution review. Conference of speakers urges NAS. Yes. Federal government laying foundation to clamp down on opposition leaders, says ADC. Action Alliance, court gives INEC Yakubu 6 days to obey order, reaffirm Amaechi as national chairman. Constitution review and National Assembly's move to secure state-level approval is a piece you might want to grab and read. Of course, The Sun has the story. Boss Mustafa dismisses Tinubu's contribution to Buhari's 2015 election. Or, I take that again. Boss Mustafa dismisses Tinubu's contribution to Buhari's 2015 presidency. Yeah. Finally, to Rivers, I won't back down on suit against emergency rule. Dagogo speaking. I won't back down on suit against emergency rule. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Everyone, can we have a beautiful conversation together? Okay, let's do that on YouTube right now. Okay? Yeah. YouTube quickly. It's just go there and type Voice of the People 90.3 FM, or in short, VOP 90.3 FM, and you're just there. Are we fine? Are we good? Beautiful. VOP 90.3 FM on YouTube, and you can watch me live right now. And then get to the comment section. Let's get your thoughts, your views, your observation, your take, your comment, your query, everything. But you will keep it civil. Thank you so much. Let's join Rufai Hussaini now.
So, like I was saying, in all of this conversation about coalition and arguments here and there, you see, the truth has to be said. We have always pandered towards this gentleman agreement for zoning and ceding power from a certain region to another region. And this has been the order of our politics. And I'm going to give two instances. And in my arguments, like I've always said, I favor a southern presidency. After this, then the argument about power going to the north is also a valid argument. It's not supposed to be the argument. We're supposed to have competence, but the way realistically Nigeria has been organized, that kind of agreement always holds sway. And I'll make my point. After the Civil War, the key political parties in the 70s election deemed it fit to be able to have people from the Southeast as running mates, to be able to bring about a sense of inclusion. They did that for a reason. That's why you had Amaechi and you had what's it called? Former Vice President Alex Ekweme. In 1999 elections, leading up to the elections, Ogbonaya Ono was the APP presidential candidate. But when they went into a coalition with Alliance for Democracy, a lot of people felt that since the mandate was won by somebody from the Southwest, and he was denied that, it was only best for allowing the power to be able to remain in the Southwest. Ogbonaya Onu decided to be able to relinquish his ambition and give it to somebody from the Southwest, Olufalaye, that ran in the APP, APP and AD coalition, that ran against Olusegun Obasanjo of the PDP, who also emerged because a lot of people felt that since Abiola, was killed in the way that happened, or since Abiola died in the way it happened and he didn't get his mandate, that it was only best for power to go back to the Southwest. And that's the argument of the Southern presidency. In fact, I will even call that a case of micro-zoning, not just to the South, but to the Southwest. And it was an agreement across board. And it was that agreement that also brought about Atiku Abubakar as running mate to Olusegun Obasanjo and Umar Shinkafi as running mate to Olufalaye. So that's to show the argument that from time to time, we'll normally have these concessions across region. So an idea to now say, oh, a southern presidency does not matter now, while it's still supposed to be the term of a southern presidency of some sort, then it's not a good argument. Although some people in the north have made the argument that Jonathan also punctuated our term, that until we use that term to complete, and we can complete it. But the argument was also about the fact that when the North now decided, and the South supported them against Jonathan, because a lot of people felt that that aberration had happened. So we should be able to look into all of these arguments and look at it effectively. Festus Keyamo has unveiled Ganduje as somebody on the Minister of Aviation, has unveiled former National Chairman of All Progressive Congress as Chairman of the Board of Federal Airports Authority.
Yeah.
Don't forget that Ganduje, just only left his role as the leader of the party of the APC. And he's now been given this position. Boss Mustafa is speaking. Former Secretary of State, he disclosed that the merger involving Bola Tinubu's Action Congress and former Vice President Atiku Abubakar's New People's Democratic Party and other stakeholders contributed only 3.2 million votes to the alliance. All right, he said this in a book launch, Lessons from a Presidential Spokesperson, a book authored by Presidential Spokesperson Gal Bashir. In February, Buhari's Congress for Progressive Change, in February 2013, CPC, Tinubu's AC, and Atiku's new PDP, and a faction of All Progressive Grand Alliance, and the All Nigeria People's Party merged to form the APC. And when that happened, Buhari defeated Atiku from former governors like Rocha Osokorocha, Mabuza Kwankaso, and others to emerge the flag bearer of the party in 2015. So he also said that ahead of 2023 elections, Tinubu, then the presidential aspirant, had recalled how he supported Buhari's victory in 2015, and a comment that sparked mixed reactions amongst his supporters. He continued by saying, because we looked at the statistics of the vote that were coming to the table, in 2003, against Obasanjo, Buhari polled 12.7 million votes. In 2007, against Yar'Adua, he received 6.6 million votes after PDP unleashed his machinery. In 2011, he went up to 12.2 million votes. But when you sum up the aggregate that gave us the presidency, it was 15.4 million votes. So basically, what we brought to the table and the other party table were just 3.2 million votes. A lot of people are going to also fight that and say you cannot really assert. Although Boss Mustafa was saying that, he was saying that pragmatically, a lot of people would challenge that. The Dubai government and American government are really hammering us as regards visa. The UAE has banned transit visa. They're imposing stricter rule for Nigeria between year 18 to 45. They say you must have about $10,000 monthly income in your account. You must be guided by somebody and all of that. People that normally will take a transit visa into UAE are finding it very problematic as we speak today.
Of course.
And it's quite a very sad one. And the US is also cutting our visa validity to 3 months, and it's going to be for single entry, although those that had their visas before the 8th of July are not affected. Those that had their 5 years. This is the time for our leaders, our ministers, to go and start the level of engagement for all of this, so we can get a veritable solution to all of this. And this is very sad. And this is not a good one for us at a time like this. We can't afford to let this happen to us. And also, a lot of Nigerians that do all sorts because you want to stay abroad. We must also need to talk to Nigerians. Somebody was telling me the case of a brother and a sister. The sister wanted to file for her brother and pretended that her brother was her boyfriend. And they took naked pictures in filing their papers, nude naked picture where they were kissing each other and trying to show that they are in love. That's the kind of aberration sometimes that people do just because they want to travel abroad. They overstay visas and they do all sorts of things. And that's why these nations are slamming us. Yisom Wike, FCT minister, was speaking at some point and said Peter Obi didn't do local government elections. That he was government for 8 years. He never conducted local government elections. But the background to this is that before the Supreme Court landmark ruling on local government autonomy in 2024, state governors had sweeping controls. The Cable fact-checked the claim that just 2 months before the end of Obi's tenure, Obi conducted 21 LG elections. And this marked the first elections in 1998, breaking a 16-year cycle of caretaker administrations.
Okay.
At the time of the elections, APGA won 20 out of the chairmanship seats and 304 out of 326 councillorship seats. And Obi swore them in. So they are saying that the claim by Wike that Obi never conducted an election is false based on fact check. The truth has to be said. The protest in Kenya is something we should all look at. The protests were occasioned by something called Sabasaba, which was a commemoration of some protests over 35 years ago, 7-7 protests, to protest and to call for multi-party democracy. But the way Ruto is going about it is the problem. The way Ruto is going about it, the high-handedness on protesters is something sad. You know, a leader should not do what Ruto is doing. This level of high-handedness, which is a sad one. These are things we should look in. Kenyan president is ordering police to shoot violent protesters in the leg. It's a very sad one. For a president to be ordering police to shoot protesters who vandalize businesses in the leg to incapacitate them. 2 days after 31 people were killed during nationwide protests. It's a very sad one. It's a very sad one that Ruto is saying all of this at this point in time.
All right, Rufai, thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you indeed. This is Voice of the People 90.3 FM. Let me also let you know that our WhatsApp portal is open. Of course, you can start sending your messages via WhatsApp 081 717 56338. That's a WhatsApp number 081 717 56338. Okay, like I said, feel very free to join the conversation this morning via any of our social media platforms. All right, let me have a conversation with Barrister Darlington Agumo. Good morning to you, sire. Welcome. I'm fine. Good morning to you. Hello.
Hello.
Yes, we can hear you. Good morning to you. Hello, can you hear me?
Yes, I can hear you.
Beautiful, beautiful. Welcome.
Yes.
All right.
How are you doing?
I'm doing fine. I'm doing just great. Now let's get talking quickly. Atiku, Obi, Amaechi's presidential ambitions is dividing supporters. You know, the growing 2027 presidential ambitions of, key political figures in APC are causing deepening divisions among supporters and stakeholders within the political coalition. Some are going for Atiku as the president. Some says Obi should be the president, and some said Amaechi should lead. Okay. On the other hand, some persons are saying Obi should be the president. Amaechi should. They've just been these, battle of words here and there. Who should be president and who should be vice? Barrister Darlington, this division,
Yes.
how far will it go? Do you see this division tearing apart completely the ADC in the coming days?
Look, at this point, I think wisdom should prevail. At this point, wisdom should prevail. I have said it and I'm saying it again. Let us even look at God. God, He has a way of choosing people to do a particular task. That was why He is God, and that was why most of His ventures succeeded. When Adam failed, God has to bring a Jesus. And all the weaknesses in Adam, He removed it from Jesus, and Jesus made it. When He wanted to liberate the Israelites from Egypt, He looked around and said, who will do this job for me? He chose a Moses and said He will attach an Aaron when Moses was being stubborn. That is God for you. He knew that it is only a Moses who knew what was going on in the house of Pharaoh, who can counter Pharaoh and his magicians that can only do that job. Imagine if a neophyte like an Aaron or any other person was taken there, and the magicians started dropping their rod. Will he wait there? He will run. But when they drop their own rod, the boss will say, my brother, so you people have forgotten that I know this is now. I was with you people. He dropped his own rod, and his own rod swallowed their own. That was when they now said that the hand of God is this man. No. Is that not how God works? Is that not how God achieved the liberation of the Israelites from Egypt? And I am telling you, if he did not apply that wisdom by checking the background of Moses, he was a murderer, he's a stammerer, he's very temperamental, he cannot do the job. The Israelites would have remained slaves in Egypt today. So, at this point, the template have changed. What we are looking for here is somebody who will achieve results. It is only an Atiku who went to CSU to bring out Tinubu's record that can do this. And Obi couldn't have done it. That's the truth. So let Obi work with Atiku. He doesn't need to tear anything apart. They are all bringing something to the table. The war chest is coming from Atiku. The integrity and the good image is coming from Obi and the technocrats in him. Let them combine and make a success of this matter, for God's sake. It doesn't require any argument. That's the truth.
That's the same thing people are talking about. You know, you said you came together to have a formidable force to fight a common goal. I mean, but now you're having a potential clash of ambition all of a sudden.
What you know why? Because the followers are the one causing this problem, and most of them have been delegated. In fact, some of the people say this may be APC people trying to confuse them. That's why I said that wisdom should prevail here. That's why we are telling them wisdom should prevail. Are you getting what I'm saying? If an Obi ran alone, he won't make it. Whether he's running under Labour or under ADC, he can't make it because of the monetization of our electoral system. That's the truth. If this were normal, in fact, Tinubu will not stand before Obi, especially during debate. Can Tinubu debate with Obi? He can't be today. Can Tinubu come out today and debate with Obi? You know he cannot. That's what we are saying. But he will not come out. He will not debate. So how do you know his capacity? More so when he has bought a session of the press to be packaging him as they package him in 2023. Obi have no time for all those things. He came from UK. He was there. All those things that they do in UK, normal things, no quarrel, no whatever. It can't happen here. You need to get in to change the system, not from outside. All those people telling him, if you don't become the president, go away. Don't be a deputy. Somebody must be deputy to Atiku. It can't be today. You do remember that and Obasanjo had to kneel down before Atiku to get a second term. Is that not on record? That's the enmity between Obasanjo and Atiku. That Obasanjo, he doesn't forgive. Obasanjo had been angry with Atiku for allowing him to kneel down, to beg him, to allow him to go for second term. When all the PDP governor have said, look, Obasanjo, we will not accept you for a second term. That's what happened. That's what happened. That's the sin of Atiku up to tomorrow. And Obasanjo used that, what's like a propaganda since that time to make sure that an Atiku does not become president. It's not his destiny. It's his magnanimity and his good heart that caused him what he's going through today.
All right, let's look at the fact that Rotimi Amaechi is in the picture. Some Nigerians are even wondering, how did Rotimi Amaechi come into all of this? I mean, he's supposed to, at least for now, just stay away, and let's know those that are in the forefront. Let's know we have Atiku and a Peter Obi. Some persons are just trying to use Amaechi to also bring about some level of disagreement, all right, and not make the household. I don't know. I don't know how you look at it. Amaechi should have stayed away. Don't you think so?
No, it doesn't matter. Let them come. It's at the end of the day, the people will choose who they want. Amaechi is not there to try his luck. I don't think he's a formidable force. After all, what's he bringing to the table?
Try his luck, you said.
Maybe, yes, he wants to try his luck. It's not as if he has anything to bring to the table. Nothing. This coalition was funded and they brought about by Atiku. He's the only person who would have garnered all these big wigs all over. all the regions in Nigeria. He's Atiku.
Okay.
That's Atiku.
Let's look at it. Peter Obi is insisting that he will contest for presidency. It's not like say vice president, presidency. That's one. Two. He says he will use just one term. It will just be there for one term. That's for 4 years. Amaechi is also saying that he will serve only one term too. You see where the issue is. And then Dele Momodu on his own is saying that Atiku should emerge as president. Let's look at these three statements and weigh them.
On what ground will an Amaechi be talking? His brother Jonathan has taken their own slot.
Oh, really?
On what ground will... Yes, now. His brother Jonathan has taken. The only person that is more credible here is an Obi. And I'm telling you now, if it were to be a straight election between Obi or any other candidate, I will support him wholeheartedly to go and contest. But at this time, even if they do their primaries and he did not win, mark my word, because they will do primaries in ADC. Won't they do primaries? They will do primaries. So if an Obi loses for whatever reason, maybe Atiku, because of influence or whatever, he defeats Obi in the primary, Obi should accept vice and not get angry and move out. And Abraham Lincoln, listen very well.
Okay.
And Abraham Lincoln contested for this seat in America for 9 good times. Is that not true? When he got it, he made an impact. He's the one that defined democracy for us. So whatever Obi has is still in him. All this noise that I will serve one term, I will not go into election after time. Well, who told him that? It's not enough. Some of his handlers should tell him to restrict himself with his starting statement. It's not necessary. What we want is results. I don't see how Obi will be too old. Too old to contest election after 70 years. I don't see how. After all, Tinubu told us he's 73 years old. Abi?
Barrister.
And his first daughter is 68 years old. So Tinubu gave back to that girl when he was 5 years old. They come in today. Have you seen that biological magic before?
Barrister Darlington, what Nigerians are talking about actually right now is these primaries, the primary election. Like I said, people say Obi does not give shishi. And you know how primaries are conducted in Nigeria. And some persons are saying, well, it depends on the primary election, whoever wins during the primary. Do you think Obi will come out victorious when the primary is conducted?
Okay, fine. Yes, fine. This is where people will not test my argument in this matter. All those obedient, all those people supporting Obi that he must be the president, let them help him financially to win the primaries. It's as simple as that. Let them help him to win the primaries first. That's as simple as that. Because it's on record that anywhere there is a presidential system of government, money must come out. People are going to spend money. It's on record. There's no way you will not spend money. So all the people that are telling you, you must contest, you must do this. It is time for them to come out now. Come and sponsor Obi to win the primaries in ADC. When you have done that, then the cost may be clear for him. It's as simple as that.
Is it that Obi, some person says Obi is not willing, not like there are no people to support him, but this idea where you spend, too much money, during primaries is not Obi's thing. He doesn't want all of that. How can you spend billions of dollars to win?
Hold on. It can't be cheated. Obi has to apply the principle of the end justifies the means. If you're a leader, if you don't read that book, you will not go far. God used it for God's sake. God, Almighty God used it. Go and check all the things that God did in the Bible, which you and I read. He applied this principle. He applied it. Even the 48 laws of power. Go and read what is there and tell me whether those things are not relevant today. You need to get in before you start talking of your reforms. You cannot be outside and be speaking grammar. You need to get in. That's the only way you can succeed. I am telling you, look at Donald Trump now. All this America force, he was saying it before the election. Now he entered. Is he not applying it? So you need to get in. Get people who will back your dreams. Even though he used some of them, is he not dropping them now? Elon Musk was the arrowhead of Donald Trump's campaign. After the election, have they not quarreled? When Elon Musk lost over $300 billion because of Donald Trump's whatever, American billionaires lost money because of Donald Trump and his policies. But the man is moving ahead. If an OB were to come behind and he's talking and talking, I will do this. Every time he says it's for the poor. How can you help the poor when you're not enter government? Is it not when you enter government you begin to talk of all these things you're saying? Can you become an outsider and you want to reform what is inside? You need to get in. Apply the wisdom of the end justifies the means. Niccolo Machiavelli was not talking rubbish.
You know, somebody already said that finally, Obi will become the campaign DG to Atiku and Amaechi.
Yeah, you know, it will not happen, seriously. That will never happen. As a capital, no, it will not happen. On what ground? A campaign DG stole that money. Are you getting it? That was why Amaechi did it twice when he was in River State. Have you forgotten?
Mm-hmm.
You need to do that much. So, if you say Obi is a stingy man, how can you make him a campaign DG? Will he bring out the money for you? That's why the person that said this is an APC person, and he's joking. It cannot happen.
And again, don't you think you recall what happened during APC's primaries? You know, don't you think something like that should happen at this point, so that peace will just reign? Everybody will just go and okay, this is how it's playing out. Let's just keep to that rule. Let's just obey, everything and just follow suit. Don't you think that should be, what will happen, in the course of a primary?
No, I wouldn't even want. Let there be a level playing field for all the contestants so that they will test their strength. If you do that, everything will use it against you. They will use it against you. So you are coming on a rescue mission. Please do everything with due process so that it will not be a mockery at the end of the day. If you are doing the same thing APC did, then where is integrity here? Let them go in, but let there be a level playing field. Those who support Atiku, do it. Those who support Obi, do it. Those who support Amaechi, do it. At the end of the day, their vote will count. It's as simple as that.
I listened to a friend of mine. We were having a conversation. He says in Pidgin, he said, "See, my own BC, make the three of them enter house. Atiku, Obi, and Amaechi. May they enter house. May they go settle this thing, come out. Maybe we know where we did. Don't you think that should happen?" Again, I ask. Instead of, resorting to primary and then there's this, no, I won't agree. No, I don't. And all of that. Don't you think that should happen? I ask again.
If you don't go for primaries, how will you know your strength? That's the question. How will you know? Follow due process now. You mean we can no longer have a free and fair primaries? You are blaming APC for this kind of corrupt practice, and now you are going through the same route. How can you not be on a very moral ground to start talking about the APC? Because that's what is going to pan out in APC. Tinubu is going to be a sole candidate without any challenge. That's what is going to happen. And why will you now follow the same route? And you are talking of coming to rescue Nigeria. We must start doing things properly from the beginning. Let them go in, as long as it is free and fair, so that they will tell their strength.
Lukman of the ADC says that there is no preferred presidential aspirant in the ADC. And I want to ask Barrister Darlington Agumo, what if Atiku emerges president and then he decides to go with Rotimi Amaechi.
On what ground will he do that?
They are south now. Amaechi and Obi are from the south.
And look, as it is today, the goodwill, the integrity, the high standard Obi will bring to the table will help Atiku. If eventually he wins, so he doesn't need anybody to tell him. After all, they have worked together before. Is that not true?
Mm-hmm.
They have worked together before. Amaechi is not bringing anything. It's obvious. He can't even win River State with an weekend there. He can't win anything there. In fact, Amaechi's trajectory into politics, I don't know how to describe it. Obasanjo was chasing him all over to say he ran to Ghana. It was a weekend I was at home taking the bullet for him until the Supreme Court ruled in his favor. He didn't contest election. Amaechi did not, so nobody knows his political strength. It's just that he used the River State money to buy his way into APC. And they now accepted him. Nobody knows the political strength of Amaechi up to tomorrow. That's the truth.
You see, when I ask my questions, is because I think out of the box. Now, I want to ask you, Barrister, again. Let's imagine Obi is like is a big meat, so to speak. Atiku is also a big one. Now, we have two drivers in a boat. Do you think Atiku will want something like that? If Atiku is now going to be the president, for instance, all right, or let's say the presidential flag bearer, wouldn't he be scared that a Peter Obi will be the VP? Because, you know, Obi too is strong on his own. He's a presidential candidate also. So, I don't know. Are you not scared having Are you not scared having two drivers in just one vehicle?
In what way? It will help an Atiku. Maybe we are looking at seniority here. Hold on, we are looking at seniority here. I think Atiku have more experience and all that. Unfortunately, he has not been a governor. He was about to become the governor of Borno when Obasanjo asked him to become his vice. So he didn't consummate that victory. But he worked with Obasanjo loyally. So it will help him if he succeeds. Are you getting what I'm saying? Then if Anobi wins, and Atiku feel that he's too big to become a vice, he cannot help Anobi. I even said, okay, based on so fact, I think I should give way. But you cannot do that without a contest. Let them contest primaries and let us test their strengths. That's what we are saying here. Atiku, it is his right to contest. He said he's no longer contesting. We cannot be talking of whatever. Remember, in Anambra today, where Obi come from, he doesn't have a base there. Soludo has always been attacking Obi. Obi does not have a base in Anambra. It's just his popularity, his name, that is selling him. But Atiku is the biggest business owner in his region. He has businesses that are running that he can leverage on. Obi does not have such a thing in the southeast. It's just the integrity in him. His technical skill in managing resources. All this is that he doesn't give shishi. Is it not better for Obi to spread the money, government money, so that every Dick and Harry will be partaker, than to gather few people and then give them money to go and be singing his praises somewhere? If he did not apply that wisdom in Anambra, will Obi be where he is today? The only thing that is selling Obi today is it not his adventure in Anambra as a governor? Is that not the only thing? Before he became Anambra State governor, did anybody know Obi? Did you know that he has such a skill in him? Did you know? So that's what is selling him. And you can see how he worked out. So anybody saying that he should do this, look, no two issues are the same. The person you want to unseat is already having a war chest. A war chest, which I'm sure Obi does not have. Obi may be a billionaire, but I'm sure by now Tinubu must have become a trillionaire. And since this money is not his own, he's willing to dole it out anyhow, anywhere. Obi will not do that. That's the issue here. So, an Atiku can face a Tinubu.
All right. I don't know how you look at this statement, by an ADC chieftain. He's saying that the federal government is plotting to suppress legitimate opposition under the guise of national security, following recent claims by a presidential aide. In a strongly worded statement yesterday, the party said it had no intention of undermining democracy, but is solely focused on rescuing Nigeria from what it described as the irredeemable incompetence of President Muhammadu Buhari, President Bola Tinubu's administration. The party's interim national publicity secretary, Bolaji Abdullahi, expressed concern over the APC's growing hostility towards dissenting voices, questioning the ruling party's apparent discomfort with opposition politics. In other words, that Tinubu's government is seeking excuse to clamp down on coalition. This is ADC speaking, Barrister.
Is it not obvious? Who is causing problem in Labour Party? The same APC. Who is causing problem in PDP? The same APC. Who is now causing problem in ADC? The same APC. Meanwhile, people have come to tell you that he doesn't want a one-party state. It can't be cheated. Since you knew Tinubu as a person, please, can you tell me one truth he has told you?
Subsidy is
one
gone.
One single truth.
He said subsidy is gone. And
good.
it's gone.
Did the subsidy go? Hold on. Did the subsidy go? It can't be cheated. Did the subsidy go? It was a deceit. I listened to Arise the television last Sunday. One of their analysts, I think Mr. Kayode, he made it clear that there is a 300,000 barrels of crude oil that is set aside every day to pay for fuel subsidy since 2023. And now, NFPC is telling us that we are owing them 7.7 trillion naira for subsidy payment. That if we don't pay it in 210 days, they will shut down operation. What does that tell you? It doesn't mean that even why should we be talking of NNPC when subsidy is gone? Who is importing this in through NNPC? These are things that Nigerians don't even know. They are not interrogating these things. 300,000 barrels a day for subsidy, and you are telling the subsidy is gone. Where is the money? Where is the money? Mention one truth again. Mention another one. Let us interrogate it to tell you that this is a deceit of the highest order. Everything this man has said, he have always done the opposite since he came into office. At least I expected him to have tidied something by now. All the pending issues, all the headed issues. People should have tackled one of them by now so that he can hold that one to campaign. Every time, promises.
Barrister Darlington, thank you so much. But hold on, I will be right back just after this break. Just one or two questions for you before we wrap things up. Everyone stay there. I'll be right back.
It's time to take the next step toward your dreams. Admissions are now open for the October 2025 and January 2026 intakes at Lancaster University, Ghana. Get ready for a world-class education, global opportunities, and an unforgettable experience right from Ghana. For more information, contact us at +234 0701 708 9214 or email us at nigeria@lancaster.edu.gh. Apply today and begin your journey to success with Lancaster University, Ghana. Your future starts now.
Welcome back, everyone. Barrister Darlington, as regards 2027 election, Ribadu is warning Nigerians. Let me not say Nigerians. The likes of Barrister Darlington. Ribadu is warning the likes of Barrister Darlington. He said, if you underrate Tinubu, you are on your own. Underrate Tinubu at your own peril.
You see, I get them before no be property. Today now we have seen that Tinubu is not what he claimed to be. He deceived Lagosians that he is the one who created democracy. He can do all and all. We have seen it today that Tinubu is not that person that he claimed to be. I am telling you authoritatively. Look at how he claimed that he built Lagos and people now gave him that whatever. Atiku said it that he was the one that saved Lagos for Tinubu. One of Basanjo was ravaging the entire southwest. He said it and he gave all the details. So what is Tinubu? Where is the master strategy? What strategy? You are imposing candidates on Lagos. You are doing everything using a brute force, using agro. Is that what you call a successful man in politics? No, tell me. If an Jaconde we are alive today, can Tinubu stand before a Jaconde to contest the election in Lagos State? No, be sincere to yourself. You are using force, brute force, agro, and political force to gain victory. Is that what you call success? Is that what you call success? I told him that, look, you are going to Abuja. You better drop all this thing you are doing in Lagos here because you won't stay through. The whole country will come after you. You don't know what is happening today. And he wants to use the same thing he did in Lagos to go to Abuja, where he will pocket everybody. He pocket the judiciary, pocket legislature, pocket, decide who will be what. In a country of 200 and something million people. What is he talking about? Even that Rubado, in fact, I'm ashamed he's saying that thing he's saying. Was it not this same Rubado who invited Tinubu in their office in Lagos here to prosecute him for corruption? The day Tinubu was going to honor that invitation, he came with all the chiefs in Lagos and bought them new cars. When he came there, all the obas, all the ballets, he came to EFCC office. And Rubado couldn't talk again. He asked them to go back. We are happy you came. And that was it. Is that the success, Abi? No, that is success.
Let me quote Rubado, Barrister. Let me quote him. He said, Mr. President is a digital president and educated. Yes.
Are you serious?
Wait now. He said, yes, he is very enlightened. He knows things. People underestimate him at their own peril. Hold on. Continuing, Rubado said things are changing. We are stabilizing things. Forget about what people are saying. Nigeria is getting safer and better every day. Our economy is stabilizing. Things are getting better day by day. We have changed things. We are in control. We work with big telecom companies closely. Nigeria is safe. Forget about these, people who are talking nonsense. Niger Delta is safer than ever before. Southeast is beginning to be normal. Those who are creating problems there, in the country are outside the country. We are going to jail them there. We will not allow the money they are spending, they are sending to Nigeria. We are working and getting results. Many people don't recognize this. These are desperate, aspired people who believe that it is an entitlement for them to continue to be in the corridors of power. They think it is their right to be in power. And all of that, he said, Barry said.
It will tell you that propaganda is on the loose here. This is an NASA. Who is part of the problem in Kano today? The Kano government told the Bayero to leave office. It was NASA, Brubano, who led him back to go back to that place. And today now, that place is boiling. I am coming, this is an ASA who told you that the ammunition they bought for the military and police, that the same military and police are selling it to terrorists. Under his watch, these things are going on in Nigeria. Under his watch, I have not seen one fantastic thing he has done, except to be President Tinubu. Can you just imagine? Please, this thing he said now, is it the reality on ground? Look at what they are now attacking IMF and World Bank for criticizing their economic policy. Tell me, Rubado, where you people have kept us today, is that where you met us? That is a very simple question. Answer me. Is that where you met us? So what are those things that are stabilizing? You kept on Nigeria and set the whole place on fire. Even if you want to put out the fire, should I congratulate you? Are you not the one that set the whole place on fire?
Okay.
So I won't buy that thing he say. They know. In fact, they are demarketing Tinubu. Whenever they said he's a digital what? Let him prove his certificate first. Let him prove it.
Barrister Darlington Agumo, thank you. Thank you.
Even
Thank you.
ordinary his friends, he couldn't identify where his friends came from. He said the man was in CSU with him. When we punch our laptop, we discovered that the man went to Illinois. What is the relation between that place and Illinois? Let the Rubado and his fellow travelers tell us. I mean, all this lies is too much now.
Thank you, Barrister. Let me let you go now. Thank you.
My pleasure.
0700 903 903 903. You want to call me now? Please do so. Do so now. Do so. Just dial 0700 903 903 903. WhatsApp 081 717 56338. Move away from your radio set. Good morning.
Yeah, good morning. Shude, I greet you.
1 minute for everyone. Let's go.
Yeah, Baba G, calling.
Okay.
I want to thank Barrister, the barrister that I just spoken. Honestly, I spoken very well. And I said it on this platform the other day that Atiku is a smooth politician. People don't know him. The opposition just call him names, and at the end of the day, people queue at the back of opposition calling him names. A successful businessman. At a time, Atiku was ranked together with federal government or Dagote as the highest employer of labor. So people should leave Atiku alone. But let me slightly disagree with Barrister Darlington. Now, what happened 2023 is different. I supported Atiku 2023. But this time around, we need unity. At a time, we should allow somebody from the southeast. The land, I can tell you, there's too much hatred in the land. We need unity. So if Atiku, they can have agreement in the coalition and pick Obi to run for presidency. And at the end of the day, they should tell their followers. I think they can speak to their followers. El-Rufai, Atiku, Aregbesola, because Aregbesola is a powerful politician from the southwest here. And the only problem the war shares, he said, money. Right. Because Obi is not ready to release Chichi.
Thank you.
But if they can be able to gather money for Obi, I think it would be better. Thank you.
Thank you so much for calling. Appreciate that. Hello, good morning here.
Good morning, Jude.
Good morning.
This is John Legend calling from Mushi.
Let's go, John.
Let me call your mind back. This is how they package Buhari here and brought him to us. They told us that when Buhari was military president, he was a disciplined man, and they packaged him very well for us. At the end of the day, Buhari failed Nigerian. Now they told us that Tinubu built Lagos State. Today they package Tinubu and the same APC package Tinubu and brought to us. We are now from frying pan to fire. Now they have now want to package another Atiku again, not knowing that Atiku himself was not a governor, only that he won the governorship. He has not been in power before, but he has the wisdom that time and the strength that time to work. Now he is aging. Why can't they leave Obi? Dear, they want to package Atiku based on his old record. Likewise, the way they package Buhari to us and Asuwaju, and they told us that that he is Messiah of Nigeria. We don't want to fall again, though, and we don't want another disappointment. Okay. Let Obi go. Let Atiku bring himself down and allow Obi, so that what happened?
Thank you.
2019 will not happen again. Thank you.
Thank you so much, John. Appreciate you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning. My name is Peter Ojugu.
Okay. All right.
The three calls have stopping my mind. Please, Atiku should support Obi. Atiku is desperate. He's desperate. He should support Obi. He don't want desperate. And he's spending money. He's spending money. When he enter, if he would like to recover those money back, let him support Obi. Obi is the best candidate. Obi is competent. We trust Obi. Obi bend Nigeria again, please. We don't want any packaging again, please. We don't want Atiku. Obi, please. Thank you, sir.
Thank you so much for calling. Appreciate that. Hello, good morning here.
Ikame Jude, good morning.
I bring you good greetings.
Yeah, Bartes calling from Egbeda.
Let's go.
Jude Ikame. To my own mind, I would prefer Obi to be the candidate, but I don't know whether if Atiku is going to agree, because he's the one that's spending money, doing all those things, calling those people to come to coalition. So I don't know how we are going to beg Atiku, because we don't want this APC to rule us again 2027. If these people eventually enter their 2027, it can be Jude. Nigeria is gone.
Thank you.
I'm telling you the truth. So I don't know what we are going to do. I don't know how we are going to pray so that Atiku will give Obi this ticket to run this ADC presidential candidate. So that's my mind. Thank you.
Okay. Thank you so very much for sharing that with us. Let's take more calls now. Hello, good morning to you. What's your name and where you calling from?
Good morning, Kadiji.
Good morning.
Yeah. My name is David Bako.
Okay.
My take is that Atiku has tried so many times and he failed. We all know he has the resources, the connection. He's a very powerful politician from the north. And there is another secret people need to know. Even Barrister Darlington has not been talking about it, but he's a very wise man. I know he knows about it. Atiku has the heart of some of the emirs in the north. And for you to win an election, you see these emirs, they are very powerful figures in the north. If they convert for you, they agree with you, and they stick to their followers, and all those imams and the rest of them, there is a slogan in the north, Tekai Koba Poster. It means you must win even without poster. What does that tell you? Our elders have spoken to us, and we have accepted it. So whether there is poster or no, if other candidates let them print posters everywhere. We will vote whom our elders have told us before. And that's how politics works.
Thank you so much.
So, yes, thank you very much.
Thank you. Let's talk to this man. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning, I can hear you.
Yeah, my name is Okoyemi. I'm calling from Oshodi.
Okay, let's go.
Yeah, my own support. Yeah. What do you say?
Let's go. Talk to us.
Yeah. I will prefer Atiku. That Obi should be the vice. I don't want that the mistake they make on 2023. I don't want that mistake to repeat itself again. Understand? Atiku will win the north, while Obi will win east and from west. Understand? That's how they get the good results, so that they can defeat this or the Tinubu. Understand?
Okay,
that is my opinion this morning.
Thank you, Okoyemi. Appreciate you. Thank you indeed. You know, when people are saying, the other man said, let's beg Atiku to drop this ambition and support Peter Obi. Let's beg Atiku because he's been the one spending money, putting people together, forming a coalition and everything. Only God knows how to beg this man to drop whatever his arsenal or everything for a Peter Obi. We will also beg Peter Obi, as a matter of fact, since he has said he wants to be the president, he will also beg him to take whichever one, either president or VP. He shouldn't just say he's not doing again. And so now, let's look at both sides. Beg Atiku, beg Obi. So if VP reach him, make him take him. Do you understand? At least let's start from somewhere. Let me talk to you. Good morning.
Greetings from the Garden City of Port Harcourt, Ikame Jude.
Welcome, my brother.
Ikame Jude, I'm not happy with you this morning. The same way I'm not happy with Tinubu. Yes, for the first time, I'm attacking you.
No, don't attack me, I don't get anything.
Ikame Jude, you are aware that, sir, you are aware that I don't live in Lagos. And every morning during the super review, 12 o'clock news, and the rush hour evening, I burn my data to go through all these programs. I went to make an appeal. I need a special number. I could be dialing. Whenever I die, Abuaza, that is what they call Abuaza in Igbo. Abuaza, whenever I dial, I get it. That's my own benefit because I don't live in Lagos. Some other people who live in Lagos, they tune their radio without burning data and get you. Please, I need this. I've been dialing this number for almost 3 weeks. You will agree with me that I've not spoken with you for the past almost a month.
Okay.
Okay.
Special number is 1 million.
1 million?
Yes.
It can be used. I've never stolen no. I've never stolen no.
This man.
I did not use the Lagos, so I did not use
just get out.
Okay. Now let me go to Atiku.
Oh God.
It can be used. Whoever that told you Atiku will do this, Atiku will do that. Atiku has been of contesting elections since 1982, if my memory serves me right. It can be used that Atiku is not a CBN. No. Atiku would like to be a Minister of Petroleum, which Obi told us he was not going to be. It's not going to be. Atiku, it can be used. You are aware that Nigeria is living on borrowed funds. We don't have any money again, even to pay salaries and take off settle capital projects. This man is coming to recover. He's not a central bank, so he doesn't love Nigeria like his children, no. Leave Atiku. He's the one that can match Tinubu. Okay, after sharing $20,000 because the price of dollar naira has diminished. After sharing now, I think now they will take it up like 50,000 or 40,000. Somebody will need to keep his funds, so not tomorrow night say Tinubu borrowed the $500 trillion. Now Atiku, who has borrowed maybe to 1 trillion. I will be here taking my palm wine.
Thank you. What part of Port Harcourt are you?
I'm in Rumo Darobia here.
Okay. I will be in Rumo Dumaya this morning. Okay, towards afternoon. I'll be in Rumo Dumaya this afternoon.
Okay.
I want to meet you. You know I love you so much, my brother. Right?
I love you too, my brother. I love you too. I love you too.
Don't worry, I'll find a way to get your number, okay? And we'll get to meet up. Thank you so much. Everyone, because of my time, let me look at it. Okay, I can still take few more calls. My producer is telling me I can take few more calls. But for your messages, that one are later.
Hello, good morning.
Good morning.
Peter calling from Alaba.
Good morning.
Good morning. There was something I wanted to say, contribute. People are saying Obi. Can they support Obi with money? To win a presidential candidate is money. It's money. But people are saying Obi. Let Obi. Can you support Obi with money? Let Obi vice Atiku. This is not Igbo politics or Yoruba politics or Hausa politics. If you wanted to fight this APC, you must have a money. We're talking about cash, money. And what happened to Atiku? Have Atiku offended anybody in this country? What have Atiku done wrong? Atiku have not done anything to this country. Please, Obi, to join Atiku. Let Obi vice Atiku. People are saying Obi. Can you give Obi money? To win a primary in ADC, it can involve money. Obi don't have that money. Obi don't even have money to have to go around the whole state. Please, let them think well, please. Thank you.
Thank you so much. Appreciate that. Let me talk to you. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning.
Hi, good morning.
Yeah, my name is Daniel, and I'm calling from Midimu.
Welcome, Dan. Talk to us. Hello. It's okay. Hello, good morning.
Hello, good morning, Mr. Ikane.
Good morning.
Yeah, just calling.
Okay.
Just a quick one. Number one, we must emphasize tribalizing. If we are reaching for Obi, a lot of voting for Obi, they make it too tribal. And I won't be surprised. The North, They are a block. They determine a lot. So it might be too overemphasized, but yet they have a point. They need a trust from us, from the South, especially particularly a Christian, and from that Southeast area. And like this, our family radio, we must de-emphasize this tribal. That is number one. Then number two, let us interrogate all these actors in ADC. He may be somehow going overboard, but he may have his own point. Number one, all the people that he has mentioned and all the points that he made against them, David Mark, he said, telephone is not for a poor man. Amaechi, he said he did this, though we can see what we could do. Because from here, we can use it. Train.
Thank you.
Many things like that. So let us interrogate them one by one. Let them contend us. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much. Let's leave it there. Friends, I will be here by 10:30. We'll start talking politics by 11. No, not really. I think the doctor will be here. For some of us who want to have a conversation, want to ask a question. If you have anything you feel you want to talk to someone about, talk to the doctor as regards your health, okay? Not as regards money. Your health is your wealth. That's it. All right? So I will be having a conversation with a couple of persons this morning by, 10:30 up until 12 on the DOT when I'll finally sign off. Okay? Join me again. Like I said, you can put up any question you want to put up. And of course, you get a very, very good answer. IKAMIJUDEH. JUDEH on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, everywhere. IKAMIJUDEH. My name is Jude. Ikami Jude. Good morning and have a lovely day.
Please note, the views and opinions expressed on this program solely those of the individual contributors and do not necessarily represent the official views of the Voice of the People 90.3 FM, Lagos. We do not endorse